we understood about the scaling of virtual machines. Let us understand what is virtual machine scale sets. If you wanted to have an highly available environment and also you wanted to have group of virtual machines with a load balanced environment, then you can go with an option which is called as virtual machine scale set. You can have thousands of virtual machine in a virtual machine scale set, and all these thousands of virtual machine can be placed in an availability set or availability zone. So you can choose the option how you wanted to configure your VM scale set. Virtual machine scale set is also called as VM scale set. You can go up to thousands of virtual machine. Each virtual machine, what you are building in the VM scale set, have the load balancer automatically configured. So you have the load balancer, and the virtual machine will be behind the load balancer. These virtual machines should be of the same VM size, and it should run the same OS image. You can pre-configure these virtual machines with a OS image from the Azure Marketplace, or you can use your custom image. So basically, custom image is you have the virtual machine, install the operating system, you package your operating system plus the additional software and tools. For example, if I have a requirement of Office 365 application, then HR application, then travel application, and some tools I require. So all these applications can be packaged within the operating system, and operating system plus the application can be combined with an image. This will be called as custom image. For example, if I have a Linux virtual machine, then I wanted to install Apache web server or Nginx web server. So I have the option of installing the CentOS. Then with CentOS, I have this Apache web server. So this is my custom image. Then I can choose this custom image to run on all these virtual machines. Because you are deploying for your business requirement, right? So that is the reason you package your operating system with all these applications and run the virtual machine with the custom image. So what are the use cases for VM scale set? The use cases will be, if you wanted to run your application in a stateful environment, I wanted to run stateful application. For that, you can use it. For highly available applications and for big data, and also for the container workload. So these are some of the use cases why you require virtual machine scale set. You can scale these virtual machines from 1 to 1000 using automated scaling or manual scaling. Automated, you can schedule when you wanted additional virtual machine. So why I wanted to schedule the virtual machine scale set? For example, Let us take an example of Amazon.in. If Amazon.in is running on Azure, nice example, right? If Amazon.in is running on Azure, then there is a big billion day sale, right? There is a big billion day sale on some date. Let us take April 10th. So now during this particular date, I know the virtual machine what I have in my infrastructure is not sufficient for the traffic which is coming. So I can schedule the VM scale set on April 10th so that my big billion day runs smooth. So this is one of the use case. There are multiple use cases like this. Why you require virtual machine scale set. To summarize, why we require VM scale set is basically for redundancy, high availability, and main thing is performance. For the performance only, we are actually scaling. So we are increasing the number of virtual machine because of the performance itself. And the next comes is redundancy and high availability and load balancer. If I wanted the virtual machines to be behind the load balancer for my setup, then I can go with VM scale set.